Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone had a nice 4th of July. Today we're going to do our standard warm-up, so nothing new or fancy there. And then we're going to move on to our circuit, and we're going to do a pyramid. So we're going to start with lower rep, move up to higher rep, and move back down to lower rep with some of the basic exercises that you've done before. At the end of today's episode, I'm going to show you how to set up an agility ladder. So we're going to be doing some footwork, and I'll show you how to set it up. We can use masking tape. I'll show you how to do a version with books. And you can even do this without any equipment at all. So let's get warmed up and then we'll get started. Let's do my favorite and our basic warm-up for the day. We're going to do our multi-directional lunge patterns. So again, follow along. I've done this one before, and of course if you've worked with me, you've done this more times than you probably want. So we're going to do our 6 points, okay? Just follow along. You don't have to count. We're just going to move, okay, sagittal plane, here. Frontal plane or lateral movement. Keep the heels down, toes straight ahead. And now rotate. Try to turn that toe out a little bit. Turn your head with your spine, with the rest of your body, if you feel safe doing it and comfortable doing it. Okay, if you feel a little dizzy, look straight ahead and just turn out as much as you possibly can. Okay, so again, we're going to go through several rounds of this, okay, just to get the internal core temperature elevated and then get the joints warmed in multiple directions, okay? So this is one that you could also do, you could watch a 30-minute program and do a couple of rounds of this for 5 minutes while you're watching. Never hurts to get multi-directional movement. This is what keeps us balanced on walking on ice and a little more sure-footed, gets the joints to stabilize in all these different planes of motion. So this is a great one to do anytime you like. And you don't have to go very deep. Even if you can lunge deeper than what I'm doing right now, don't worry about that. Just get the movement in. We do forward walking all day long. And so it's good to get some variety of the other directions. Okay, let's do 2 more rounds. Last one. Okay, and we'll do a little something for the upper body and the trunk. Real simple. Let's do 10 arm circles forward. Okay. Don't strain. Just nice, easy movement. Okay, and we'll do 10 backwards. Okay, now, lastly, you're going to hug yourself. So each time I want you to alternate the arms, okay? Reach back as far as you can. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And finally, let's get some trunk rotation. Okay, so don't just swing your arms and your shoulders, okay? Because otherwise, the trunk of my body and my spine are not going to get the benefit. So actually rotate from your trunk. Turn your head with your body, again, unless you feel dizzy. Otherwise, you can keep it looking on a focal point on the wall or what have you. But get some rotation in. Get that spine warmed up. A few more. And now we're ready to work, so let's get started. Hello everyone. As I talked about, today we're going to do a pyramid. What I mean by pyramid is we're going to start with several exercises and go lower rep, and then we're going to increase to a higher rep, and then we're going to come back down. So it'll get more challenging and then it'll get easier. So I love doing these. So let's do the exercises that we've used in the past, okay? So we're gonna use a squat. And remember, we can do that with a stable surface. We can do it freestanding away from anything as long as you feel like you can keep your balance. And remember, you want your weight in your heels and be able to see the tips of the toes. So I don't care how deep you go. I want you to go as deep as you feel comfortable. If you can get as deep as you do to a chair, perfect. But no matter how deep you go, I don't want you to load your knees. I want you to load your hips, okay? We've talked about this many, many times. And I want you to use a stable surface if you feel comfortable. If you want to squat to a chair, you can. And remember, you want to be in between your hips and your shoulders, somewhere around in that region. Whatever allows you to keep your hips down. If you need to toe out a little bit too, take some pressure off the knee so the knee tracks your toes. Do that as well. So we're going to do our squat. We're going to do push-up. We're going to do reverse lunges, alternating. We're going to do curl and press. Okay, and remember when we talk about the press, you don't want to arch in the back. You don't want to get so high that you arch in the back. If you can come comfortably to this range here without arching in your back and without locking out your knees, then go to that range. If not, you can still shorten it up a little bit, just so that you can maintain the neutral knee and the neutral hips. If you have trouble going overhead, if you have an issue with your shoulders, just stay with curls. And then finally, we're going to do what I call the golf rotation. So it's almost like I'm swinging a golf club. So I'm getting a symmetrical squat, and you don't have to squat low. You can just slightly bend the knees and rotate this way, okay? And we're going to go this direction, and we're going to go this direction. And as I've talked about before, you can use light dumbbells. These are 3. I wouldn't suggest going anything, certainly over 5, but I would stay in the 2-3 pound range. If you don't have dumbbells, we've talked about it before, you can use cans of corn, whatever, or you could use 12-ounce, 16-ounce water bottles, whatever you have, and you don't even necessarily need that as long as you're getting the movement in and you can comfortably find your range. So we're going to start with our squat, and we're going to start with 5 reps, and I'm just going to walk you through as we go. So we'll do it together. Let's go 5 reps, whatever style of squat you want to use. 1, 2, 3. Remember to keep your chest up. 4 and 5. We're going to go 5 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Remember, keep those shoulders depressed. Don't elevate in your shoulders, and you want to squeeze something in between your shoulder blades. Okay, we're going to go 5 reverse lunges on each side. Keep that front heel down. Five. All right, now we're going to go 5 curl and press or curls, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We're going to go 5 in each direction of our swing. So remember, symmetrical squat. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if you're right-handed, this side might feel a little awkward and vice versa. 1, 2, turn your head with your hands if you can. If not, look straight ahead. And 5. All right, we're moving up. We're going to do 6 squats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 push-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 reverse lunges on each side. Last 2. Okay. 6. Let's get our rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Other side. 1, 2, 6. Okay. 7 squats. So, ready? Weight in your heels. 1, 2, 3. If you're doing it freestanding. 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 push-ups. Remember, keep your shoulders down. Don't stress your neck and your shoulders. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. 7 each side with our reverse lunge. You can also do it standing to the side. Whatever you feel more comfortable with. Doesn't have to be that deep, as long as your front heel is down. Okay. 7. Okay. Our rotation. Seven. Switch sides. Seven. All right. So we're gonna reach our peak. So 8's gonna be our peak, and then we're gonna come back down. At 8, I'll give you, let's take about a minute break after we do our 8. So 8 squats. Ready? 1, 2, weight in your heels. 3, 4, see the tips of your toes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, it doesn't matter how low you go, as long as you can see your toes and your heels are down. Real important. Push-ups, don't elevate the shoulders. 1, and you can even do a partial push-up. 2, you're still recruiting the same muscles. 3, 4, and as you fatigue, if you want to shorten up your range. 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse lunges. 8 on each side. Remember, it doesn't matter how deep you go with this. As long as you can see the tip of your toe and your front heel is connected to the floor. Seven, 8, and 8. Curl and press, or again, if you're trouble going overhead, just the curl. And 8. Let's do our rotation. You can also do this rotation without resistance if you need. So if you do it that way, you can just hold. If you're a golfer, you could actually use your grip for your swing. Okay, let's go 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, keep your head straight ahead if you feel dizzy. I'm not just swinging my arms and my shoulders. I'm rotating my trunk. And 8. All right, so let's take a minute. Get a sip of water if you need. Take a breather. If you need to sit for a second, feel free to sit. And then we're going to start right back and we're going to go down. So we're going to go in our squats and we're going to start with 7. So remember, you can use for your squats, you can use a kitchen counter that's really stable. If you have a really heavy, sturdy dining table, something that's not going to fall on you, a railing to stairs, whatever you can use to keep balance. And if I can use my upper body, my hands to press in to assist me in getting into a better squat. And typically, if I'm holding on to something, I can go a little bit deeper. But again, can't stress it enough, the squat, not loading into the knees. You don't want to be knee dominant. You want to be hip dominant, okay? Okay, everyone get in position. We're going to go 7 squats, okay? 1, weight in your heels. 2, see the tips of your toes. Look straight ahead. 3, you don't want to be rounded when you go down. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Go as deep as you feel comfortable. All right, let's go our push-ups. Remember, depress the shoulders down. Don't elevate. If you feel like going all the way down, or you can go all the way down, you If not, you can shorten your range as long as you're not bouncing. 5, 6, 7. Reverse lunge. Ready? And 1. Okay. 2, you don't have to go very deep. You can just step back. Make sure your weight's loaded in your heels. Come up tall every time, real important. And really push off that heel when you're coming forward, so you get the glute working. Okay. 7. Remember, you don't have to use weight if you don't want to, and you don't have to do overhead. Seven. Good job. 7 on each side. Remember, look straight ahead if you need to. Keep your balance. And switch sides. Okay, let's jump right back in. We got 2 more rounds. We have 6, so 6 squats. 1, 2, can be done freestanding. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, push-ups. Deep as you feel comfortable going. If it's here, that's great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, reverse lunges. Up tall every time. 1, 2. Last one each side. 6 and 6. Curl and press. And 6. Ready, rotate your trunk. Remember, it's all from here. Okay, switch sides. All right, last and final round. 5 squats, deep as you can go, deep as you feel comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 push-ups. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 reverse lunges on each side. Up tall. Okay, let's do our curl. 2 more exercises. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And finally, 5 on each side and you're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Great job. So in a moment I'm going to show you how to make an agility ladder. You can use some books, you can use masking tape, or you don't have to use anything at all. You can just do the patterns and I'll show you the positioning. So as I told you, we were going to set up an agility ladder. We're going to do different patterns. We're going to be moving in a bunch of different directions. This is going to require you to think a little bit, so that's why I like it. So it kind of challenges your mind and your body. So let me show you how you can do this, and we can set this up. You can take masking tape. You could even take Scotch tape as long as you could see it on your carpet. And we have 9 squares. So you don't need to make a complete square. You can just put strips about every 12 inches or so, or a little bit more, every 12 to 15 inches. So I can put a strip of tape, a strip of tape, a strip of tape, a strip of tape, 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 okay? So see if you have enough space to where you can make 9 sections, okay? Now, we're going to be stepping over these little yellow pads, so you want to make sure that you're able to clear it. If you have books or some other objects that you want to put down and you're not afraid of stepping on them or losing your balance when we're doing some of them, you know, I would suggest something, you know, not too tall, okay? So you could even put pencils down, something that you're not afraid that you're going to step on and lose your balance and get hurt. So I want to keep it safe. So if you have something that's flat, so think about it, look around your house, see if you have masking tape, or if you have books, or if you could even use bookmarks or strips of paper or something to where you can kind of recreate this. You don't need to worry about, like where you see the black straps, don't worry about that. We don't need a complete square. Just 12 to 15 inches spaced, 10 strips, okay? So this is what we'll need for next time. And then we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this. All right, see you next time.